What's happening? Yeah, what's happening? What's that? That's it, you got it.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to a quick episode of What's Happening. So today, it's a special episode. I know I say that every time, but we have mail. I got mail, and I'm pretty excited about it, so I'm going to open it here for you guys. And I believe this is from the same guy. It's from Kurt. I'm going to butcher your last name right now. Hohenwater. That's what I'm hoping for, and he's from Oakdale, California, if that address is correct. But looks like he sent me some stuff, and also I believe he's the same guy that sent the LS7 lifters, which I do not have yet, but I'm sure they are on their way. And again, lifters are like the thing right now. It was like when the apocalypse hit and everybody started eating toilet paper or whatever they were doing with it. Apparently they were eating lifters. That's what they needed the toilet paper for, because lifters are like non-existent. So we'll open this, and I got one more thing that I bought that I want to share with you guys, because I think you guys have seen cam bearings and all that other fun stuff, like the engine parts that I got for the motor. We can go over that when we really get into it, but we'll share this and then a little something else that I got. So without further ado, here we go. Da, 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 drum roll. No idea what this is, by the way, so let's find out. Ooh, all right. So, oh, look at that. So it looks like a sweatshirt or a t-shirt of some kind. And then there's a Brian Tooley Racing package in there. So, I believe this is the lifters. Oh, check that out. Got a sweet sweatshirt. It says 5H truck repair, and I believe that's his business. So I don't know. You do like big, heavy trucks, I would imagine. Probably big boy stuff, because if it's like truck repair, I guess it could be like passenger size diesels or whatever. Leave a comment on there, dude. Let me know what it is you actually repair. And you're just in time, because it seems to be that fall weather's kind of coming back around. And you can always use a hoodie, for sure. I'm going to have to make new hoodies and stuff as well. So put that back in the box. Aha! So here is a box of lifters. So that's cool, man. Let me get my knife out again. Let me open these bad boys up and show you guys. I wasn't expecting lifters. I thought these would come by themselves. Thank you for that sweatshirt. I live in hoodies, by the way, when it gets cold, because it doesn't really get cold enough in California to justify like big jackets. So I got like a Dickies jacket, and then mainly just hoodies. And half the time it's hoodies with shorts on. So that tells you how cold. Granted, he knows that. I'm telling everybody else that doesn't live in California. All right, so there we go. Some genuine GM lifters. So here is the last missing piece. Look at that, reflective little gear and everything. So I don't really know. I'm going to open one of these up just to look at it, because I don't know what the difference really is between the LS7 and like the standard truck ones. I know the early Gen 3 ones were junk, and they had like the two little feet. They weren't kind of encompassed. But other than that, I don't know what the actual difference on these is or is not. So they look pretty similar to what I had put in there, I would imagine. See, but these have the gold retaining clip. Let me grab one real quick, so give me a quick second. I just want to see. All right, so I have both of these. So, yeah, there is a difference in these. Let me show you guys. Well, I won't get too technical. I'm sure you guys already know. May or may not. So lifter body height-wise, they're similar, but then this one has a little bit longer shaft or shoulder, I'll call it. So it can move up and down. Seems like a little bit more the length here is a little different, but the length there is a little larger. Looks like possibly like the oiling passage on the side. That's different. Definitely on the inside, this is what I noticed the most, is there are 2 clips. This is LS7. This is standard. The standard little clip that goes in there for that plunger doesn't look very beefy. This looks like a beefier plunger, so that way when it's getting compressed and the spring hits, it doesn't beat that thing out of there, I would imagine. And then also on the rollers, this one that I got from Howard's or whoever makes this one, just has a little C-clip in there, as where this dog looks like it's pressed in there. And then also on the bottom on the wheel, this looks like a beefier roller tip, as where this one, I pointed this out to the guys last time. This side makes it look like it's solid, but then when you flip it around, it's like a shell on top of it, as where this one, this looks like a solid deal. So that wheel looks like it means business compared to this one. So yeah, I can see the difference why this would probably be more desirable, and then hopefully it lasts a bit longer. Other than that, profile wise, they look similar. Obviously they're fitting in the same size hole, you can't really change that, but yeah, very cool. Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna put the right one back, and at least I know now it just has the gold retainer. Then that gives you your LS7, at least for the difference that I know versus the ones I have and what I previously purchased. Awesome. So we got a whole box of those. Thank you very much. And then the other thing I want to show you guys, or share with you, that you may or may not have seen, is this dude. So this is a cam bearing tool, and you basically hit this edge with a hammer, and it comes with 2 mandrels. So it comes with the cone-shaped one, and this one actually has a little shoulder on it, and this should fit just inside the cam bearing itself. So this should be the size, the exact size, or pretty damn close to the size of a journal on your cam. Or not a journal, I don't even know the technical term. Where the bearing rides, where the, you know what I'm saying. Maybe it is a journal. I don't know. You guys let me know. Anyway, see how technical I am? You really want to follow my instruction when it comes to putting engines together, right? So, the little cone guy goes in there, and then this sits in the journal and then keeps it square. And then this guy, it buries it in there. So basically you whack this side, and it plunges the cam bearing, hopefully into the motor straight. And then the only thing you have to look for is there's an oil passage, and you have to make sure the hole in the cam bearing can see that oil passage, obviously. So you get oil. If not, you won't get oil, and then it'll grab a bearing and melt it, and bad things will happen to your third cam again, Dane. So we're gonna do it carefully and go over it. But yeah, this is the tool. I got this on eBay. It was like 120 something bucks, 120, whatever it was, 120, 130 bucks, I think. Which, yeah, I could get cam bearings done cheaper than buying this, but I figured it'd be kind of cool to have it. I've never done it. Worst case, I'm sure I could off this and get majority of my money back. There's probably somebody else that wants to do cam bearings, but I do enough junkyard motors that I feel like I could just knock bearings in and out of it. Like if my buddies needed them, or if I got some motor, I could just knock fresh cam bearings in the thing and go, here, dude, it's got fresh cam bearings, and then they can take it from there and do the rest of them, because majority of people don't have this tool. So again, you could take it to the machine shop and get it done cheaper, but then you're stuck in machine shop jail, which is the other reason I have a buddy with a set of pistons that he was kind enough to offer. There's 6 of them, and we need 2. He had 2 of them disappear in his car. And I think I might save it for the next go around, because if I get the pistons, then you got to balance the assembly, which somebody else on here was talking about. And now we're in a machine shop jail, and the whole point of this thing is to avoid taking it. I want to just do as much as I can by myself, and then we'll see how that kind of goes and works out for me. But hopefully before Rocky Mountain Race Week next year, which they're playing 2.0 right now, I'm very excited about, we can kind of get our stuff together, maybe have some internals in the motor to give it a better chance at surviving the road trip and the beating that the car is going to take. So thank you very much, Kurt. You were the man. I'm pretty excited. At least I do have a little peace of mind knowing I don't have to play lifter roulette. And then also after seeing those side by side, because you never, when you see an LS7 lifter in like pictures, because I've never had a set, you just go, it looks the same. But when you really can set them down side by side, you can tell the differences on how the LS7 is a little beefier. At some point too, we may go big boy lifters. Johnson makes a drop in that's pretty bad. It was in the Copo Camaro, and apparently that's like the next step up from an LS7. Although LS7s used to be like $100 a set or whatever it was, and everybody ran them. Not a lot of people had issues with them. Probably they didn't change their trays like me, and they might have had problems. But other than that, nobody really, complained about them. So who knows? Maybe the LS7 for the power level that I'm running is just fine, and then we can just refresh sets of them as we have to go through the motor if that happens, if the thing runs long enough. But while I've got you here, a quick update on the car. We are going to cut the crap out of the hood to make it more of a pin-on weight. It's pretty thick fiberglass, so we'll have to see if I can get Zeus fasteners that are thick enough. I can just shave kind of on the edges, but I don't want to shave them too thin so nothing breaks. And then we'll have to put it together, and I may have to make some real thin, maybe I'll do some like half-inch chromoly like struts to help hold the core support so it doesn't just keep wadding those fenders up, because they're fiberglass. They seem rigid though. It's got that bend on the corner. So we'll have to get it all mounted. I think maybe when I Zeus it all together, it'll kind of make it like a structure, and I don't have to worry about extra supports or anything. And then I guess if it does crack, we can always go back and fix it later. But that is where I'm at. Have not made more progress on the car. Tomorrow, I'm actually going on a road trip. I wasn't going to bring my camera, but I think I'm going to bring it because I'm going to GSI Machine and Fab. They make a lot of C10 stuff for any of you C10 guys. They make chassis, parts. The guys are awesome. I've been dealing with Scott for a few years now. We've ordered some stuff. I've worked with some of the components that they have. And then this go around, the customer that I've got was like, hey, I want to do chassis stuff. And I was like, nope, let's go to the pros. We'll get you a chassis made. So they finished it up, and we're going to pick it up Friday, but we're driving out tomorrow. It's in Arizona. So I got a 2-day road trip. I might show you guys around GSI. They got some robotics, and they've got some stuff, and they got some phenomenal guys that weld in there, man. They do a great job. And we'll show you guys around there because I figure a lot of you, maybe you might be interested, maybe not. But for a guy like me that builds stuff, I love seeing that in the process and how other people get things done, because I feel like I just stumble through most things most days. And yeah, we'll bring you guys along, shoot a little bonus footage. We'll throw it up here if you guys want to watch it, cool. If not, you can just skip over that one. But this weekend we are right back on the Malibu. What I'm hoping to do, or I'm going to do, is spend one day with the body work stuff, and then spend one day trying to get this thing possibly into like a short block is what I'd like to see happen. So at least I have components that are kind of together, because right now everything's kind of spread out. So if I could short block that, kind of do a little more bodywork stuff, I'll be feeling pretty good about myself. So other than that, I'm gonna go pump some iron, and I'll catch you guys later.